Hey everybody, Garnett Lee here for Weekend Confirms Question of the Week. Hope you're subscribing to our channel already so you can get all of these and make Ryan's work pay off, because he puts a lot into it. Hey, last week we had a really cool one. I just want to say, unfortunately the recording crapped out on it, and we got him over here on this side of the camera, so we will get him back over here again. Not this week, because I don't know. Why not this week? Why not this week? Do you have any opinion on this question? Here's C. Crawl's question.
No. Okay.
Ryan says he doesn't have an opinion on this one. It's with the rumors of a Steam console PC hybrid abounding, what would you like to see from a Steam box, and could this help PC gaming into the mainstream? All right, so C. Crawl, you probably already know this now, that the whole thing about a Steam box was a miscommunication, that the guys and gals at Valve are constantly building boxes that represent standard boxes that they see based off of the spec feedback that they get of what customers are playing on, and they're just trying to make sure that games run well. But the idea is there, right? I mean, it's something that Microsoft has toyed with. It was in there in that Microsoft performance evaluation thing. You remember that deal, which was like you get like that number if you looked at your My Computer thing, would say like 5.8 or 5.9. And unfortunately, what it really points to is the big question about PCs, which is, does the trade-off still work? And the trade-off is you get to put whatever you want to into it. You can build it up as much as you want. It's extensible. You can add stuff. Like right now, just got word that the NVIDIA GTX 680 is finally here. And it's a beast. $500 video card, which is as much as an iPad and more than a PS3 or a 360 just by itself. But the trade-off is it's a freaking monster. I mean, it does unbelievable performance. And it's well beyond even what we anticipate a next-gen console will be. So I would say that that's where the mainstream piece comes in. So if you're going to be mainstream, you can't have all of these different specs floating around. You can't have variability in performance. So then you get to, would you want a hardwired box? This is what Apple does really well, right? It's that this is what we've got for you. You know, that's the same thing with a MacBook Pro. Yes, there are some minor variables in there. You could add a bigger drive. You know, you can add a little more memory. But there are a couple of three products, and it's because Apple is Apple, and they don't really there's no really to it. There are no other people making iOS platform computing devices. Whereas Windows, that's basically up to any hardware manufacturer to make whatever they want to. And they target different markets, and someone's going to make a tablet, and someone's going to make an Ultrabook, and someone's going to make a desktop, and then there's going to be various ranges of builders who are making all kinds of gaming machines. So I think that, yes, we can all sort of agree that there's a good reason to have a standard for gaming. And arguably, the PC already is the most mainstream gaming console of all. But what's happening is that's why casual games and Zynga games, for instance, are so popular, because they, instead of making the hardware a platform-specific piece, they make the social network the platform. So everybody has Facebook. We all know Facebook runs fine on just about anything that can run Windows. So hence, I can run all these Facebook games and ensure that, you know, everybody out there gets the same experience with it. Now, I don't really like that trade-off. I'm not willing to put everything into that bucket. However, browser games are another place that we are seeing some advances as far as what can be done. And that's really actually pretty impressive. You know, we talked about AirMac Alpha last week on the show, which is a great Herzog's Y modernization, works with a gamepad. You plug your USB 360 pad right into the PC and it works right off the bat, and it runs in Chrome, so pretty much everyone can play it. The downside is, though, it is more hardware intensive, and it does have, you know, a varying degree of performance based off how good your box is. So I guess I'd turn the question back around to you and be, how would you figure out how to set those boxes? How would you figure out what price range to make them? As far as the Steam box in specific goes, I think that, yeah, a Steam box could bring PC gaming back, but at the end of the day, the platform holder for PC gaming is Microsoft. So unless a Steam box were to include a Valve operating system, in which case now your PC of this box, whatever it would be, wouldn't do all the other things PCs do, then they're going to be still relying on Microsoft, which means it's still a Windows box and not a Steam box. So anyway, you tell me what you think. How much would you be willing to pay? What sort of price range would you want? What would you want for performance? And how upgradable would you want it? Keeping in mind that opens the Pandora's box down the road of, well, I got a card, you didn't get a card, and then we're not on the same ground. That's it for this week's Question of the Week. Give us your questions on Twitter or Facebook, and also start watching our new daily show. I'm hosting it. Ryan's putting it together with Del Rio's help. It's on, what is the name of our YouTube account? Shack News Games.
Shack News Media?
Shack News Games. I think it's Shack News
Shack
Games.
News Games? Cool.
Yeah. Shack News Games is the channel. You should be able to find it off of here. Hopefully someone will link it for us or something. Ryan knows what's what. That's a daily show. We should be daily within the next couple of weeks. But right now we're doing about 3 or 4 shows a week. Anyway, thanks. Catch up with you next week.
I think with a video game, a great ending not only gives you a satisfying story, which
I'm just about to finish book 12,
but
so
also
I'm almost done
some
because I
kind
need to
of
start the
red
other
button
but this
that
is
is
that I was
pinnacle of what you can do. Half-Life 2,
probably
when you get
need
that
to make it
sort
into
of
a
gravity
movie
for that,
much in the same way that journey.
I think the
it's a
world
whole
is
ball
just
game
so
and
rich
cool,
in
but
I've never.
I